Welcome to Job Tips, the career development channel. In this video, how to address the interview question, can you explain to me your career change? That is coming up. Okay, so the interview is going extremely well. You've checked all the boxes as far as the qualifications, the job duties and responsibilities. Personality is good. The conversation is going extremely well. You've been nailing all the questions. Looks like you're the perfect fit for the job. And in the interview, they've recognized that this is a career change for you, maybe slightly different from what you've done before. They haven't addressed it yet, but it's going to come up. And then it does come up. And they ask you the question, can you please explain why the career change? Now, sometimes it's not a full drastic career change from doing something, entirely out here to completely over here that you've never done before. Sometimes it is, but let's assume it's more of a company change in a slightly different direction. If that's the case, you can answer it in such a way as to say, well, in years past, I've always done this kind of job in this industry or in this field, and I've gotten great fulfillment from it, but within my last organization or couple organizations, the opportunity for growth into a different role, even almost drastically different role, just hasn't really been there. And so this opportunity came up within the same industry, but a pretty much completely different career type within the industry, and I'm ready for it. I've been grooming for it for the last 2 or 3 jobs or for the last 10 years. I'm ready for it, and I think I've demonstrated throughout this interview that I'm the right person for this job. And now is the perfect time to move into this kind of role. Okay. Now, what if the job is a completely different career altogether? Totally different career. You were doing something for years and years and years, and you just wanted a complete change. There's nothing wrong with that. Many people go through that. I would argue maybe the majority of people go through that experience where they just get maybe burnt out in a former career path that they were on. I knew a gentleman many years ago, for example, who was a physician, had practiced medicine for 25 years, and decided to go into law. He was a brilliant mind, super smart. And while he was practicing medicine during his last 5 or 8 years, he was also going to law school at night, go figure, and finishing raising a family. And I had a conversation with him about that. He said, I'm just tired of medicine altogether, so I'm going to go into law. Now, my specialty will be medical malpractice law, so it's kind of it would really fit him well, but just one of those sorts of things. So if that's the case for you, if you're just changing careers completely because you're just tired of the old career and you want something new, hopefully you will have been preparing for this new career change and becoming really qualified for the new job in this new career path. If that's the case, now if that's not the case, and you're just trying to get into another career and you're not even qualified for it, you're not going to get that job. It's highly unlikely that you're going to get that job. Okay. So let's take this from a perspective of you've had a great career over however many years and you're just kind of tired of that career. You want to move into something else and you've been studying for it, practicing for it, doing things on the side to qualify yourself for it. Then your response is something like this in a not terribly passionate way, but also in a convincing way. You can say, yes, my career path is changing because I've done this for several years and I've been really, really good at it. But over the last few years, I've just been looking for something different because I've kind of grown out of that career as far as where I wanted to go, how I wanted to progress within the career, and it's just not as fulfilling as it has been for the last 15 years. And so one subject, one area of business or life or what have you, that you know what that would be, that I've really had a great deal of interest in is this. And so for the last few years, I've been really diving into this career that you're interviewing for. I've been really diving into this, and I've gained a tremendous amount of knowledge and insight. And there are some things that I can bring from my former career into this career that will really fit like a glove and help me benefit this company. So while it may be a different career, there are so many things that I had over here that I can bring into this career that'll be fantastic. And I'll tell you something, the outlook that I have from coming from outside of this career into this is fresh perspectives, new knowledge, fresh ideas. My mind isn't sort of in a pigeonhole as far as old ideas or just certain ways of thinking. So I think sometimes coming in from the outside is very beneficial to a company. So the response that I'm trying to suggest to you is along those lines. You know the career you're coming out of, if in fact this is the case, and that you're wanting to go into. And so find what fits using the general guide I just gave you as for your response. But it's important to remember, bring in experiences and knowledge from the former career and how it'll benefit the new career, so that you don't just come in as a blank slate with nothing of value to bring to this organization. Once you do that, then you can say something like, and isn't that the kind of person that you're looking for in this job? Somebody who's able to adapt from one thing to something entirely new, bringing his experience, knowledge, and wisdom, etc., into the current job, making it the best it could possibly be. There you go. Use this information I just gave you and write it down, practice it, so if that question does come up, if in fact this is a career change for you, have that kind of response ready to go, and you'll nail it. Please let me know in the comments below when you have made a career change and how you've addressed that change in the interview when you nailed the job. Also, I'm open to suggestions of other videos you'd like to see in this channel. Additionally, I would be honored if you would subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Well, for job tips, I hope you get that job and you have that dynamic career that you want to have.